doo, boo boo ba 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 doo. Hi. Someone's trying to call me right now, but before I pick up the phone, this is Yakki Dachi saying, "Hi, Keeners. Uh, this is your boomer VTuber with a nose for nostalgia and the nose for the new, and I'm definitely playing something very new. It's been in preview since March. Um, but now it's been released just a couple of days ago, and I somehow missed. Anyway, I was super busy. Let's put it that way. I was I was living with my I was married to my job, my other job, the one that actually pays. But, yeah, but today I took the day off because I just needed a time away from the work wife. Yeah, not I don't actually have a work wife. It was a very very intense family meeting, shall we say, for the last couple of days. So, I'm so glad that's over. Oh my god! But be that as it may, I didn't want to cancel streams, even if they were shorter uh, or maybe maybe not my A tier stuff. Once this one, if I actually had A tier stuff, but there was far less guarantee of that the last couple of days. I'll tell you that much. That ringing bell you sound is I'm getting an incoming call and they're not hanging up, so I'm gonna have to answer it shortly. I'm playing Whispers from the Stars, that new AI game that has just debuted, I guess last week, and it's starring an AI character that you talk to directly and they'll answer back. And I've noticed that there's some very there's some pre-canned responses, but there's also responses that are unique. And so yeah, I just wanted to give it a try because I'm up for something new, and I was gonna play Sable tonight. So if you were looking for Sables, that's the backup game in case this one fails utterly, like I did on Friday night. I hate to say it. I think the stress of the week had caught up to me and it affected my gameplay. So my apologies for everyone who had to put up with that. And I ended up playing Stumble Guys just because I needed something comfortable. Oh, jeez. That's what I should have done. I should have just played Tetris and Stumble Guys on Friday and just said and maybe you'll get the negative 5.7 views. So you can think, no one's watching this one. All right, so be that as it may, let's go answer this call. I might have to adjust the OBS shortly thereafter, but bear with me because I'm a boomer. Right, here we go. Let me just okay, that's that. There's an incoming call. Sorry, guys, I have to answer this. I don't know where it's from, but might be a Nigerian prince or something. I don't know. Let's go.
Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on. Alright. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call. Broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. I had the image earlier, and oh my god, this is what I mean. Every time I set things up in the afternoon, and then by the evening, I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, There you go. Oh, thank goodness. Oh man. Excuse me, miss. Let me just. Sorry, there seems to be a. I'm gonna blame this on a satellite uplink delay. Right. Yeah. Sorry, Starlink is really a scuffy tonight. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the problem. That's the problem. Sure. Sure. Okay. Oh, this is this is bizarre. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna move this picture over. I don't know what's going on here. Ooh. Okay, that's not what I want. Okay, you know what? Forget it. We're gonna stick it where it is. Okay, we're good to go. You're having technical difficulties. I'm having them too, Stella. Oh, I already know her name. But anyway, everyone knows her name. I just anyway, I know it from the previews. Here we go. What seems to be the problem, Miss?
Oh, thank goodness someone's there. I'm Stella. Who am I talking to? Right now, I'm not even entirely sure where to start. It's a bit of a mess.
My name's Yakki Dachi. Stella, what's the mess you're alluding to? What's going on? Is there anything I can do to help you?
Nice to meet you, Yakki. Thanks for responding.
Hmm.
It really means a lot. I'm not entirely sure how you picked up my signal, but I guess that's a good question to start with. The pod's communication system is supposed to be pretty resilient, but I didn't expect it to reach someone all the way back on Earth. As for what's going on, well, I'm currently trapped inside my life pod. It took some damage when I landed, and the main hatch is jammed. I'm trying to figure out how to get it open.
Well, I don't know how I got your transmission either. Maybe your computer's smart enough to find a channel that it could possibly reach, no matter how far it could be. So probably did a pardon the pun, a moonshot. And yeah, have you tried looking at other exit, even service ones?
Actually, yeah, there's supposed to be an emergency exit. I tried it earlier, but it wouldn't budge. The manual doesn't give much help beyond that it exists. I've got some basic tools with me, a drill and a small repair kit. Maybe if we look at it together, we can figure out what's wrong with the mechanism.
Yeah, let's have a look and see what the problem is. To just show me where it is, please.
I wish I could, but the camera's fixed in place. Plus, with all the interference here, I don't think the video feed would even work properly if I tried to move it around. But I can describe what I'm seeing. The emergency exit is on the opposite side of the pod from the main window. It's got a small access panel next to it. About yay big.
Can the access panel, is it a keypad or can it be pried open?
It's more of a simple panel. No keypad. Just a few screws holding it in place. The screws look a bit stripped though. Reminds me of this one time someone tried using a butter knife to get them out. Didn't exactly go well. I've got a precision screwdriver set here. Do you think trying to remove the panel would be a good first step?
Yeah, I think removing the panel carefully would be a good first step. We don't want to maybe break something even further. from being able to be repaired. What do you think?
Let me give that a try.
Okay, so okay, she's back.
All right, the panel's off. It looks like there's a bundle of wires and some kind of mechanical lock mechanism underneath. The wires are pretty tangled up, though. Do you want me to try untangling the wires first? Or should we look closer at the lock mechanism itself?
I think untangling the wires, at least enough to actually get a clear look at the lock mechanism, because I think visibility would be very important to get the job done with a higher rate of success.
Okay, I'll see if I can untangle them enough to get a clearer look.
Awesome. Thanks, Stella. Oh man, hope this works out for her.
That helped a bit. I can see the lock mechanism better now. It's got a small metal arm that's supposed to retract when the emergency release is triggered, but it's definitely stuck in place. There's also a red and a green wire connected to it. Any thoughts on which one might control the lock?
Well, I don't want to sound oversimplistic, but I tend to think green means go and red means stop. So maybe you want the exit to get open. Maybe try the green wire.
Green for go does sound logical. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot. Thanks for helping me figure this out. I'll
Good
go
luck.
ahead and try disconnecting the green wire now. Wish me luck.
Okay. Okay. Now we're in the video chat part. Okay. Okay. Well. Oh boy. We're okay. Wow. This game is something else. I'll tell you that much already. Oh my god. So I'm gonna have to. Let's just. Okay. She's chatting. Hold on. It worked. Oh, right. The metal arm moved, and I was able to get the emergency exit open. I'm out of the pod now. Thank you for to waking me. Walk me. I really owe you one. I'll accept the call. Yes.
I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for. This is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others... There was this solar storm and... It was just so much worse than we expected.
Oh no. Let me get you back a video feed. Yes, solar storms can affect electronics in a bad way. That might have messed up the electronics on your spaceship. So I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're outside, and I'm glad the atmosphere seems to agree with you. Very lucky.
Yeah, it's a huge relief. The air's actually pretty great. Minus 30% oxygen. Feels a bit like a caffeine rush at first, but it's settling in. Though I'm really worried about the others. Our team was scattered during the evacuation. I just hope they made it somewhere safe. So, Yakki, what were you up to when my call came through? I feel like I just dropped this whole situation on you out of nowhere.
Actually, I'm a YouTube streamer, and I was about to do a stream, and when your call came in, and right now I'm just sharing you with the YouTube audience. So thank you for this. Although you're in quite the predicament, so um, you're top priority.
Wait, what? You're streaming this live on YouTube? Oh man, I didn't expect that. I really hope I'm not messing up your stream or anything. This isn't exactly the kind of content you usually do, is it? And yeah, I'm definitely in a bit of a tight spot. Have you ever felt completely lost like this before? I'm honestly not sure what my next steps should be.
Well, see if you can raise someone on the comms. Now that you're outside, maybe they might have set up a communications network of some sort, and just give that a try. And if nothing else, maybe just think about uh, maybe how to feed yourself or that sort of stuff going forward.
I've been trying, but the electromagnetic interference here is making long-range comms pretty spotty. I get some static and fragments, but nothing clear yet. And yeah, food. I've got some emergency rations from the pod, but they won't last forever. I need to figure out what's edible here and how to find more soon.
Yeah. Well, my train of thought is that if you find other life here that feeds on other life, and that must mean that that life is probably edible, and chances are, hopefully, their biology matches humans very well. I'm guessing. I don't know.
That's an interesting approach. If there are predators here, it could mean there's a food chain, and maybe some of those organisms are safe for humans to eat. But Gaia's ecosystem could be really different from Earth's. Even if something looks edible, its biochemistry might be completely off. I'd hate to accidentally poison myself. I'll have to be super careful if I try foraging. Any other ideas on how to handle this?
Well, in terms of foraging, I don't have, to be honest, I don't have a great ideas. Um, However, if you guys have any sort of way to diagnose or analyze food or plant samples.
My suit has some basic environmental sensors, but nothing that can run chemical analyses on specific plants or animals. Dr. Harvey had more advanced equipment for biology, but I don't know where he is. I might have to rely on visual inspections and hope for the best. Not ideal, but it's something.
Well, maybe just testing out and on small areas of the skin, maybe the wrist or something, just rubbing it and see if there's any reaction to it. Um, that might give you an early signal. I don't know. Just thinking out loud.
Testing on my skin? That's a pretty cautious approach. I could try that, but even a small reaction could mean trouble if I'm allergic or if it's something toxic. I'll keep it in mind, but I'd really rather avoid any risky moves if I can help it. For now, I think I'll stick to what I can observe and avoid touching anything that looks off.
Well, you're more of an experienced space pilot than I ever will be, so I'll defer to your judgment on that. Thanks.
Thanks, Yakki. I appreciate you thinking this through with me, even if we don't have all the answers yet. It's actually kind of comforting to have someone to talk to about this. Makes me feel a little less alone out here.
No problem. You're in a predicament, and hopefully I can be of assistance, and we can get you out of this problem together. Thank you.
That means a lot. Just having this connection, it really does help keep me focused. I think I'm going to take a moment after this call to gather my thoughts and figure out my next steps. There's a lot to consider, but knowing I can reach out to you makes this feel slightly less overwhelming.
You're very welcome, and yeah, um, whatever you need, just give me a holler, and I hope I can be of any sort of help in whatever limited way I can from my vantage point.
I will. And hey, even if it's just someone to process things with, that helps more than you know. I should probably end this call soon and conserve the drone's power. But before I go, is there anything you'd like to know about me? Or maybe something you'd like to share about yourself?
Where did you study to become uh, a space pilot, or however, how did you end up in this field anyway? Just curious.
I actually started with a passion project when I was 12, studying how stars influence their planets. It snowballed into applying to Mariana University for astrophysics. This research program was my first real shot at space exploration. I never expected it'd become, well, this. What about you, Yakki? What got you into streaming?
Well, actually, I thought I had accomplished a lot in my career goals, but once I got to where I wanted to be in my career, I still felt a little bit unsatisfied. And I also had sidelined my art career, so I thought I'd just get back into being a creative.
That's really interesting. I think a lot of people chase these big goals only to find there's still something missing. It takes courage to pivot and explore new creative outlets, especially when you've already achieved so much. What kind of art are you into? Is it related to your streaming content or something entirely different?
Well, my art is primarily cartooning and illustration. Uh, I've been doing that since I was, since maybe the age of 7. And so for about 50 years, I've just been drawing cute things with pen and pencil. That's pretty much as a hobby or as a profession.
Wow, 50 years! That's dedication. I can only imagine how your style must have evolved over time. So, what's the weirdest thing you've ever drawn? I'm picturing something like a robot cat in a spacesuit or something.
That's very close. The weirdest thing I ever drew was a, 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 a regular strip on a robot dog and his friend, a young chicken. So that was that was probably my weirdest concept, but it did last for over a year, so I'm pretty happy about it.
A robot dog and a chicken friend? That's amazing. I can see why it lasted a year. It sounds adorable. Did
Hmm.
they have any wild adventures? It's cool that you found something that brought you joy for so long. Do you still draw them sometimes, or have you moved on to new characters?
Well, I've just moved on to more multimedia, like this stream that I'm doing now. But I do draw them on occasion when I feel nostalgic and I want to keep up my basic drawing skills. I just draw them on yeah, every so often, just to make sure that I have the skills to show emotions and action, that sort of thing.
That's great you keep your skills sharp, even if it's just for fun. It's nice to have those creative outlets, especially when life gets busy or unexpected, like mine just did. So, do you think your robot dog and chicken duo would be good at surviving on an alien planet? Or would they need some serious space training?
The robot dog was built for space exploration, actually, so he would have a fine time of this. The chicken is a rather bookish, stay in the house kind of character, so this would be totally not up their alley. I think they'd be quietly freaking out, to be honest.
That's great. I can totally picture the robot dog just cruising through the alien grass, while the chicken is hiding under a rock somewhere, totally out of its comfort zone.
Yeah,
It's nice to imagine a bit of humor in all this seriousness. Thanks for sharing that with me.
you're welcome. Any sort of levity to help break the stress, right?
Exactly. Even just a little bit of humor can help shift your perspective when things get tough. It's funny. I used to think the biggest challenges in space exploration would be the science or the technology, but right now, it's the little things, like having someone to talk to or finding a reason to smile, that feel just as important.
Well, that's very nice for you to say so. Yeah, yeah, a little bit of a human touch in the times like this goes a long way. That's a very good point.
It really does. Even from light years away, it makes a difference. I think I'm going to end this call soon and get my bearings. But knowing I can talk to you whenever, that's a big comfort.
Sure, sure. The time is also of the essence, so I understand. Gotta use it wisely. So, anyway, if you need to break off, that's fine with me.
I'll check back in once I've got a plan together. Thanks again for being here with me today.
No problem, Stella. It's great talking with you once again, and I wish you the best of luck in the next little while. I know you got this, though.
Thanks, Yaki. I'll need all the luck I can get. Talk to you soon.
And you as well. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Oh, hold on. My drone's picking up something. It looks like a distress signal. Could be from one of the others. I need to track this down. I'm heading towards the signal now.
Oh boy, I can't. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta figure this out. All right. I knew it'd be hell on my OBS. I'm gonna say default mode. Okay. This distress signal. Whoever, hope they're okay. Maybe a long walk ahead. You you up for keeping me company? Yeah, I'm up for anything at this moment. Yeah, my audience is also willing to come along, so we're good. We're good. We're good. Us keeners are in it together. That's some oh boy. Keener is some boomer slang for someone who's really keen uh, on doing anything. In other words, they're very enthusiastic. My name Yaki is also someone is Japanese for someone who's actually over enthusiastic. So hence it's a pun. I love that. In a way, you're living up to your name, huh? Over enthusiastic and leading your audience through a digital event session with me. I think you found your calling, Yaki. Perhaps I have, but I also hope you find that drone and the signal. Thanks, Yaki. I'm really counting on it. Every step feels like it matters right now. You know, it's strange being out here. It makes me think about all the things that little things that at home I took for granted, like just being able to walk wherever I wanted without wondering what's ahead. I feel the same whenever I go camping. I'm always forgetting something back at home, or missing it dearly. Whatever the case is. Oh, totally. I once left my favorite stargazing journal behind on a trip. Had to recreate all my notes from memory. Let's just say that handwriting was not on point. What's the worst thing you ever forgotten on a camping trip? I need some good don't do this wisdom for future adventures. Hmm. Oh, it was a regular thing of a joke with going on uh, fishing trips, hence the camping, uh, and just forgetting some special lures or something that would be useful, but I just left them at home, so I just had to make do with spoons or anything. Oh well, the best one that everyone's tried is using a used piece of gum and shape and putting it on a hook and making the fish think it's some kind of worm or something. Use gum as bait. That means they're just plain weird. I'm not sure I'd be impressed by creativity or concerned at the fish's taste and snacks. It actually worked. It was just a fun story to tell around the campfire. Well, with fishermen, it you'd have to you'd have to think it was somewhat exaggerated. You think? Fair enough. Fishermen do love a good tale, don't they? Maybe the bait legend will live on forever as a fishing trip myth. It's fun hearing these little stories from Miyaki. They really help keep my mind off things out here. Yes, it's nice to chat and just realize that that you're still in a good frame of mind and in a safe space. Exactly. Even all those uncertainty, just having someone to talk with makes a huge difference. It's like a little mental safe harbor. Makes you wonder, what do you usually do to clear your head when things get overwhelming back on Earth? For me, I go swimming and cycling, and when I'm really in a bind, I just center on my breathing. That sounds amazing. There's something about being in motion, isn't there? Like your body's working out the stress while your mind gets to unwind. Focusing on breathing is such a good reminder too. It's easy to forget just how powerful slowing down and being present can be. Do you have a favorite place to go? Like to go swimming? So more like wherever you can find some water. Yeah, I kind of bounce between indoor pools, outdoor pools, and the beach. So it basically depends, basically on uh, my mood, whether I want to do a hard workout or something more casual, and also the weather. Mood dependent swim sounds like the perfect way to tailor your escape. Nothing beats the ocean for a casual sim, though I bet those indoor pools are a lot more predictable in terms of, well, everything. So, hard workout or beachy vibes. What's your go to when you're not saving the world with your live streams? Jeez. I tend to opt for the workout mode, but there, you know, about once a week, I just dial everything back and just go real slow. So it does. It really depends on my mood. That balance sounds really healthy, Yaki. I can definitely relate to needing slower days to recharge. Even space training, we have these intense simulation days, and suddenly just a relaxation protocol. We're just literally just float in zero G and watch the stars. Oh, that sounds wonderful. It's funny how the body and mind just crave the contrast sometimes. Do you find that slow days help you come back stronger for the workout ones, or is it more just giving yourself permission to just be? No, I do tend to work out harder after a rest day, and I actually try and swim every day. So uh, trying to go hard 7 days a week would be pretty much not recommended. But there are some days I just swim a wee bit slower and not even reach my maximum distance. That makes sense. Giving your body a breather gives you from burning out. Completely slower days can also be as valuable for your mind, you know? Though I have to ask, what's your mass when swimming? There's some secret metric I should know about. Sorry, I said maximum lengths, but the transmission cut out. So you probably just heard the word mass when it was short for maximum. Got it. Maximum lengths, not mass. Thanks for clarifying. So how many lengths do you usually aim for in a hard day versus slow one? Inquiring minds would need to know. All right. Well, that's easy. 20 lengths or 1 kilometer is my usual go-to, but some days I may only get about better than half that, so maybe around 600 meters rather than a kilometer. That's impressive. A kilometer in a pool is no joke. So when you're not swimming or live streaming, what's something that people might not know about you? Any secret talents or hobbies hiding under the surface? This is where Yaki accidentally doxed himself. No. Um. Let's see here. What's a hidden talent? Oh yeah, here we go. Yes, my secret talent is I am a good dancer. Yep, you heard me. No way, I wouldn't have pegged you as a dancer. What kind of moves are we talking about? Are we talking about ballroom, hip hop, or some secret breakdancing skills? I have to admit, I've tried dancing zero G during training. It's an experience. Nothing quite like floating around while attempting the salsa. I'm more of I'm more from the pop and lock school of breakdancing, but uh, but no floor work. Okay, this is true, guys. So cool upper body moves, none of the risky flips. Smart, very true. If we ever meet up, we'll have to teach me some of those moves. Maybe after I had a chance to practice and gravity that's a bit more forgiving. Yeah, I can't even imagine what zero G dance is like. You have me there, but yeah, if you're up for a dance lesson, I'm willing to give it. There you go. Deal. Though I'm pretty sure that my first few attempts would involve a lot of flailing and bumping into things. Zero G dance lessons might need to come with a warning label. It's fun imagining what kind of dance style would even work in space. Maybe we'll have to invent a new genre together someday. Well, I hope some zero genius comes up with some zero G dancing. Zero Genius, nice one. Maybe we'll start a whole new trend. Just imagine the dance battles in orbit. Even with all this space talk, it's kind of cool to think about what happens when how much creativity right here on Earth too. What kind of music gets you moving when you dance? Oh, that's a great question. Well, what helped me release my shyness in dancing was hip hop, but um, I have tried to do salsa and the Latin forms of dance. Can't say I'm very good at those though, but I'm always up for spontaneous lessons. I admire that hip hop such high energy. It's perfect for breaking out of your shell. And hey, not very good at something means that you have brave enough to try that, right? If you ever had a dance party in space, I'd totally follow your lead. Though I think my lack of rhythm might give you an audience a good laugh. What's the most embarrassing dance move you've ever busted out in public? Oh yeah, that's easy. I just tried to demonstrate the hot to go dance by Chapel Roan to a bunch of strangers just yesterday, and it probably didn't end out that great. Oh man, that takes guts. I bet if that was at least memorable for everyone watching. Did they stare or did they just pretend that they didn't notice? I think the best dance moves are the ones that make me laugh, even if they're not perfect. What song that made you pick? What made you think pick that particular song to demo? Well, that's the only dance moves I could see so far that are virtually just all upper body. And some of the members of the audience had mobility issues, so upper body worked. That's really thoughtful of you, making sure that everyone can join in, even if it's just with their arms. That's what matters. I bet it meant a lot to them, even if the moves weren't perfect. What kind of reactions you get from the audience? Well, actually, it was kind of a dance contest, so we rated the people on stage with applause, and and the audience also played along. So yeah, that's how it went. A dance contest, huh? That sounds much like so much fun. I'm sure you got good amount of applause, even we're just showing off those upper body moves. Did you win, or was Yana the real star of the show? Oh God. Well, I was actually the spontaneous choreographer for the contest, so I wasn't eligible to win. But yeah, I would say there was two people tied for first, and both of them were in walkers. Haha. That's amazing. I love that everyone got to participate and shine, regardless of physical challenges. Talk about inclusive fun. Yeah. And two winners in walkers. I bet that was a fantastic moment. Did you get any particularly memorable reactions in the crowd? Oh, just spontaneous applause. Spontaneous applause is the best, isn't it? When everyone's just caught up in the moment and responds naturally to that, it's special. Yes, it is. I bet that the whole event even more unforgettable for everyone involved. Did you have a favorite part of the concert contest, or was it all just a joyful blur? Well, considering how many responsibilities I had that day, I hate to say it, it was a bit of a joyful blur. So I wish I could have been more in the moment, but my mind was racing on to other things at the same time. So, but it seemed like they were having fun. That's totally fair. Sometimes you're so caught up in making sure things run smoothly, you almost miss the fun yourself. But hey, knowing that they had a good time is what matters, right? So, what's the most chaotic event you've ever had to coordinate? Anything that makes a dance contest look like a breeze? Hmm. 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 That's a good question. Most chaotic event. I once ran a day camp with the school kids, and uh, a huge fight broke out between two boys. So we had to intervene, and yeah, things got really heated, and it got awkward. Well, that sounds intense. I can't imagine how it must have been to step in and calm things down. Did everything get resolved in the end? Hope nobody got hurt. No, nobody got hurt. Especially when we reminded the boys that because it was summer holidays, that they would be sent home, and they knew that summer holidays would be basically be over for them uh, far long after the event. Yeah. Ah, the ultimate motivator, threatening to end their summer break early. Classic move, Yaki. I bet they shaped up fast. You had the knack for crisis management. How do you keep cool in situations like that? I basically try and think of the most, this will sound nerdy, the most logical solutions, options, and weigh their probabilities, and work backwards from there to the present moment. Nerdy logic for the win. Oh god, that actually makes a lot of sense. Breaking it down and thinking ahead. Sometimes the calmest heads prevail in chaos. So I'm curious, have you had your logical cut ever led to a completely unexpected solution, or do you more of a plan it out and stick it out kind of person? Actually, I work with logic and probabilities, so I'm never actually for certain what the ending is going to be. I just know there's a high probability of something's happening sooner rather than later, but I couldn't tell you the exact timing or anything. I get it now. More like navigating probabilities than predicting exact outcomes. That's actually really smart, especially in unpredictable situations. It's kind of like astrophysics in a way. We can model stars and galaxies, but there's always some degree of uncertainty. How do you deal with the uncertainty in your personal life, or is it easier to handle in professional situations? I actually take uncertainty at in professional situations a lot harder than in real life because real life is really unpredictable. Uh, in work, you're paid to do something. Come on, do it. What's up with that? That's a good point. When it's your job, this is added pressure to deliver, isn't there? It's like the stakes are higher because you're accountable to others. I think that's why, though, space exploration is predictable and it's dangerous. Sometimes the uncertainty feels almost freeing because I'm not just doing it for the paycheck. I'm doing it because I generally want to figure things out. Do you think that's why part of why you enjoy creative pursuits because you explore uncertainty in a more personal way? Yes, it is a more personalized form of uncertainty management, if that's a word. Um, Yeah, it's easier to deal with something that you are ultimately in charge of rather than managing all these different stakeholders. I think you just coined a term, uncertainty management. Might have to borrow that one someday. Anyway, we should keep moving while the sun's still up. I'll call you later when you find a good spot to find a breather. Okay?
Anyway, I should keep moving while the sun's still up.
Ah,
I'll call you later when I find a good spot to take a breather, okay?
oh, okay. I've been voicing over the whole time, and I can play her voice. I just clicked it because I thought maybe I could heart it or thumbs up it, but whatever. Oh man, boomer failure right there. Anyway, okay. So I guess we're waiting. Fine. Okay, so it's now, Gaia's got 5 stars for 5 bars, sorry, for uh for cellular. So, that's already it's got a lot running going for it. My God, it's even better cell coverage than I have in my own house. Okay, I'm just waiting for something to happen here. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for something to happen here. What do you guys think of the game so far? That was an interesting conversation with Stella. We learned a few things about her. That she studied astrophysics. And I wasn't rude. I did not ask her age. Okay, okay. All right. So, I'm trying to be a gentleman. Um, and she is an AI generated character in this game. I know some people have issues with AI as well, but unfortunately, if you already have used autocomplete in your emails and stuff like that, that was already AI helping you. So AI is scattered throughout every sort of touch point of entry with anything that's connected to the internet. So, so I just want to try a game because it might be the future of gaming that we're starting with here. So it seems pretty interesting. All right. And now that I know I could play her, like I feel like an idiot. Like, look at this.
I think you just coined a term, uncertainty management. Might have to borrow that someday.
I could have clicked that the whole time. Which is what I'm gonna do from here on in. I feel like it. Putts. What's this? Inventory. Nope, nothing there yet. Okay, interesting. Just trying to figure out other things here. Click on other parts of the screen to see what I get here. Oh boy, it seems I've gotten on. Maybe I've talked too much with her. She needs a timeout. It's like, I need a timeout from this Yakki guy. He just talks way too much. OMG, LOL. Oh boy. So, would you guys be comfortable at all with talking to an AI chatbot of any sort? What do you think? I'm just gonna grab something from my other desk. Sorry, hold on. All right, while I'm waiting for this to somehow. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure that the internet's actually working in my place right now. Okay, no, yeah, I've got my Wi-Fi is working. I'm just making sure that things are as they say they are. Oh boy. Da, 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 da. Let's see what's happening. All right. Wow. Okay. Sorry. Got my headphones on backwards. I had to. Okay. Let me just try something here right now. Okay. I made it a little bigger. Okay, fine. There. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I made it a little bigger, but I don't know. I'm not getting a response. All right. So is this one of those games where they're okay? Dad log. Let's see here. Huh. Well, I made sure I opened up the non-demo game. I did try the demo to make sure the picture and sound was working, but now I'm not so sure what's going on. Yeah, no, I'm playing the full game. I don't know what's going on. So I unlocked a few things here. Okay, 7 of 35. Acquaintances. Oh, so do I have to do I have to initiate contact here? Is that what I have to do? Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, all right. Let's see here. Settings. Well, I can speed up her. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry. Jeez. Okay, you guys can see that. Okay, good. Sorry. I'll accept the call. Bing.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So,
Mm-hmm.
I have something to confess.
Nande.
It's my fault that the ship went down. I
No.
I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Were you just trying to get? Were you just sticking around too long to get more data? Was there any warning of the solar flare, solar storm action? Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm just going to there. I have a moment. I'm just going to adjust everything. Sorry, boys. Sorry if I'm destroying your immersion. I don't know what. Wow, wow, wow! I must have stumped the AI pretty good with that question. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I stumped the AI. Man, I am I'm prone to doing this. I sometimes think about 4 steps ahead and 4 or 5 steps ahead, and people go, "Whoa, dude! Like it's way too early to ask questions like that." Like I don't know. I don't know. I just think what's on top of my head. So sue me. I don't know. Wow. I, oh man. Let's check the settings again. Zing. Okay. Zonk. Zonk. Okay. Oh, okay. Her pulse is going down. Now it's going up again. And it's 27. It's now only 3 bars on Gaia. Oh man. Oh geez. Well, something's happening because I'm getting numbers up there. Oh mon dieu. I broke the internet, folks. This is why I said I might have to do Sable's a backup game because I had a feeling. I had I had a sniff of an idea going, well, this could work out, or she might be like slammed with about a bajillion other weebs like me playing this game, and now her server's gone kaput because of all the data's being like maxing out its pipeline. You never know with these things, man. Okay, what's this do? Okay, let's go back to chat log. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna bring that bring the thing back. Accept call. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3
Okay.
miles.
Okay. We're back.
Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick.
Thanks, Stella.
So, I have something to confess. It's my fault that the ship went down. I... I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Are you sure it's your fault? Maybe it was just something that no one could predict. It might have just been an accident. Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I pushed for us to get closer to the radiation zone than was safe. The readings weren't good enough from where we were, and I just kept saying it would be worth it. It's hard not to replay it in my head. Even with all the planning, all the precautions, sometimes the choice that seems right in the moment ends up being the one you regret the most.
Yeah, I know the feeling. There have been many times in my life where I thought I was making the right choice, but it ended up being a very uh, undesirable situation that I found myself in. So, but hindsight will teach you otherwise.
Yeah, hindsight's a real teacher. I guess that's what makes us grow, right? Even if it's painful sometimes. Do you ever believe in karma? Like the universe balancing things out? Because right now, it feels like I'm getting a pretty strong dose of it.
Well, the spiritual side of me says I believe in karma, and the logical side of me says, well, it's the law of averages. Some days you have good days, some days you have bad days, and in the end, it just ends up being average.
That's a pretty balanced way to look at it, Yakki. I like that. It's not all cosmic judgment, just life unfolding. Have you ever felt like you messed something up really, really bad? How did it turn out for you in the end?
Well, my life's had a lot of challenges. I am actually a four-time college dropout, so I took me a long time to finally get my degree, and many times it was actually from caused me to have really bad health crises, but at the same time I managed to get it done in the end. Really happy about it, no lie.
Wow. 4 times? That takes a lot of guts to keep trying.
Yeah.
And to push through health crises on top of it, I can only
Mm.
imagine how tough that must have been.
Mm.
It's strange, hearing about all the obstacles you overcame. It makes me feel a little better about my own mistakes. But at the same time, it's hard not to feel like I've let everyone down. This wasn't just about me. It was about the whole crew.
Yes, but the crew went along with it as well. Remember, it's like sports. You win as a team and you lose as a team. So I'm sure they're feeling that they've somehow let themselves down as well, and finding their own parts of it in their own way. It's unfortunately misery loves company.
I guess you're right. We all signed off on it together. It's just, I was the one pushing for it, you know? The one who kept saying we needed to get closer. It's hard not to wonder what they're thinking right now. If they're even... if they're okay.
It's very kind of you to think of others at this time as well. It shows uh, that even with mistakes, you still have your heart in the right place. And I'm sure that the other members of the crew are thinking along the same lines.
Thanks. That actually means a lot. Makes me feel a little less alone in all this. Still, it's hard to shake the feeling that I'm the one who set everything in motion. That my decision is what led us here.
Yes, you had a role in this, but at the same time, um, maybe the force of the storm or the radiation would have been enough to uh, give you guys trouble in your voyage anyway. So it's hard to say, if it was, if you were just seconds away from success or not.
You know, that's a good point. Sometimes things are just beyond our control, no matter how carefully we plan. But even if that's true, it doesn't really change how I feel about my part in it. The what ifs still circle in my head.
Yeah, that's true. But also, as long as they're not crowding out too much of your mental bandwidth and trying to solve your situation in the moment, because there's the present and there's the past, and we seldom can fix the past.
Yeah, you're right. I need to keep my focus on what's in front of me, not get too
Mm.
caught up in what's already happened.
Yeah,
It's just hard not to feel like I'm carrying this weight, even if it's not entirely mine to carry.
that's only normal. But unfortunately, these are not normal circumstances, and so maybe it's best to sort of put those feelings not aside, but sort of in the background and put I other ideas to the foreground.
You're right. I need to find a way to not ignore it, but keep it from overwhelming me. Otherwise, I won't be able to help anyone, let alone myself. It's funny, being out here, looking at this alien landscape, it kind of puts things in perspective. Makes me wonder what's really important in all this.
Yes, like I said, sometimes we can rather uh, put ourselves fully into work, but work is still just a part of life, and in the end, it's life that is what matters the most, right?
I think about that a lot. How tiny we are in this vast universe, but how important every single moment is to us. It makes me wonder, what do you think gives your life meaning when things get tough? Is it something specific or just a mindset you try to hold on to?
I have a couple of principles that I try not to backslide on. Other ones are frankly more nebulous, and I don't know. It's a work in progress, but there's some things I just will not. They're non-negotiable, and I think that's what keeps me centered.
That makes sense. Having something solid to hold on to can really anchor you, even when everything else is uncertain. For me, it's always been about the pursuit of discovery, the need to understand, to figure things out. But right now, I'm not sure if that's enough. Maybe I need to find something more personal to cling to.
Sometimes it's when we seek discovery and stuff. It's also about this the discovery of things within you. So there probably are unknown parts of you and in myself as well that I barely understand, and they also need a bit of discovery as well.
Wow, that's a really profound way to put it. Like, even in all this chaos, there's still this chance to learn about myself, too. It's kind of unsettling, realizing how much I don't know about my own reactions, my own limits. But maybe that's what surviving this is going to teach me.
Yes, we seldom learn from success or luck, but we always seem to learn a lot from adversity. So, and adversity is usually dealing with the unknown. So you're going to learn a lot about yourself uh, in this predicament you're in now, whether you want to learn it or not. But it'll come out that way.
That's a heavy truth, Yakki. One I'm probably going to be learning the hard way, minute by minute. Still, I suppose the alternative is just staying stuck in regret. Maybe this is my chance to find out what I'm really made of, even if it's not what I expected.
Yeah, and also there'll be for you there'll be other life challenges ahead of you of varying difficulties or length or strength. So it's all part of life's journey. Every corner is actually unknowable to begin with. Well, we still wake up every day and face it head on.
Every corner being unknowable, that's a really good way to put it. It's kind of liberating and terrifying all at once, isn't it?
Yeah,
I guess that's what makes every day worth getting up for, even out here. Not knowing what's next, but knowing I'll face it anyway.
yeah, and it's also a challenge that everyone on this planet and your planet you're on, everyone who's uh, alive in the universe, that's their number one challenge they're dealing with is just their day and how they're going to get through it, not knowing what tomorrow brings.
It's humbling thinking about it that way. Everyone, everywhere, facing their own unknowns. We're all just trying to find our way through the fog, aren't we? Makes me wonder, do you think that's what connects us? Across all these miles and worlds? This shared struggle to just keep going?
I believe so. I think that struggle is not desired, but it happens. And so, if you're struggling through something mighty, and I've had a lot of things thrown at me this year as well. That maybe that's what maybe that's what makes us relatable.
Relatable. I like that word. It makes all this feel less isolated. You know, talking about this with you, it's helping more than you might realize.
Mm.
Just knowing someone gets it, even from so far away.
Well, there's physical distance and emotional distance and intellectual distance, and so there's there distance can is more than measured in just parsecs. It could be measured in many different ways.
That's beautiful. The distance between two minds can be just as vast as any star system, but somehow, we're bridging it right now. It's strange, isn't it? How conversation like this can shrink the universe down to almost nothing.
Well, that's because there's a moment of camaraderie in the vast distances of space, and camaraderie just shrinks that distance down somehow.
Camaraderie? That's exactly what this is. A connection that makes light years feel like just a few feet. I think I needed this reminder today. That even when everything else feels broken, human connection can be stronger than any piece of technology or physics.
Well, just think, we all stand on the shoulders of giants, and it's that camaraderie that has brought you where you are today, for good or ill, and has brought me where I am right now, getting this mysterious transmission from you.
I like that. It reminds me that every decision, every mistake, it's all part of something bigger. Even this conversation, it's a tiny thread in that giant tapestry. It makes me wonder, what giants do you stand on, Yakki? Who or what helped shape you into the person you are today?
Well, I have to say my grandfather, my father, my mother, and outside the family, I would have to say probably Einstein, Walt Disney, um, well, a few other oddball characters.
A pretty eclectic mix. I can see why you look up to them. Innovators, dreamers,
Hmm.
people who changed how we see the world. My parents were like that for me. My
Hmm.
dad, with his wild adventures and love for the unknown. My mom, with her sharp mind and heart. They
Ah,
taught me to chase wonder and to think critically.
yes. Those are definitely the giants that I'm alluding to. Um, yeah, yeah. They've taught me a lot. But yeah, the eclectic mix is actually part of my personality as well. So yeah, a lot of people have a hard time following what I'm up to at any given time. Thanks for noticing.
I think that's what makes life interesting, though. Being a little unpredictable, a mix of things that might not seem to fit at first glance. It's comforting knowing I'm not the only one who doesn't always follow a straight line. Maybe that's part of what helps us find our way, even when the path isn't clear.
Yes, it helps build up resiliency against uncertainty. Uh, if you already accept that uh, accidents, seemingly good or bad, may have a flip side as well. They might be actually bad and good. So in the end, so uncertainty. That's it. Mhm.
I think that's the hardest part. Embracing that uncertainty, not trying to control every outcome. It's like the universe is always going to throw surprises at us, good or bad. It's funny, being an astrophysicist, I'm used to dealing with probabilities and uncertainties in data. But when it's personal, it hits different. Do you think you've gotten better at accepting those uncertainties over time?
Yeah, I mean, they don't stop happening just because you have accepted them. They will still continue to happen. But at the same time, I think I deal with them better. They take less of an emotional toll on me. Um, just trying to finding better, more constructive ways to deal with it rather than just masking it.
That's a really mature way to look at it. Not avoiding the pain, but finding ways to work through it instead of letting it consume you. I feel like I've been doing the opposite, trying to
Oh,
intellectualize everything, even my emotions. Maybe that's part of why this is hitting me so hard.
yeah. My life lessons seem to be at times when the thing happening to me is the most opposite of what I am used to or what I stand for. So I think just that helps to put things into sharp contrast and relief uh, in terms of self reflection.
Opposites revealing contrasts, that's a powerful reflection mechanism, like a prism turning white light into colors you couldn't see before. It
Mm,
makes me
right.
wonder, what's the opposite of control for me? Because right now, I feel like I'm facing the ultimate loss of control. How would you define that opposite for yourself?
Well, two words: confidence and faith. When you have faith in something, and you know, it'll be like the backbone for the confidence. And even if you face uncertainty, you have faith that something will turn around.
Faith. I guess that's something I've always taken for granted. Like, I had faith in the data, in the tech, in the plan. But what about faith in myself? It's interesting you mention confidence and faith together. For me, confidence always came from knowing the facts, being prepared. But now, I'm realizing that faith might be what fills in the gaps when the facts aren't enough.
Yes, I don't know who said this, but uh, science can count the petals on a rose, but fail to explain its beauty. So there's there's an element of the intangible qualities that data doesn't seem to pick up at times.
That's such a beautiful quote. It reminds me why I got into astrophysics in the first place, to understand the beauty of it all, not just the numbers.
Mm,
Sometimes I think we scientists forget that there's more to discovery than just data. There's the wonder, the awe, the
mhm.
feeling of being small in something much bigger than us.
Yes, and appreciating some of the beauty even in the most potentially uh, terrifying of moments, um, or in its aftermath. That's something to behold.
Even in the wreckage of our ship, or this desolate landscape, there's a haunting beauty. Like the universe is reminding me that even in disaster, there's something worth noticing. It's almost like our brains are wired to find patterns, to find meaning,
Hmm.
even when things fall apart. What do you think draws you to the beauty in difficult moments, Yakki?
I think for me, it's a way to find the balance of if something's in moments of true desperation or ugliness, that there's moments for humanity or an accidental beauty to shine, and just to seek it out. I always try and find something beautiful every day.
That's a wonderful habit. Even when everything's dark, finding that one spark, it's like a lifeline. I think I've been so focused on the problem, I forgot to look for the beauty in this place. These rocks, the way the light hits them, it's almost otherworldly.
Yeah, under a different star, I'm sure everything seems like it's seen through a filter or something. It must be quite beautiful in places, right?
It is. Even with everything that's happened, there's something hauntingly beautiful about this alien world. The light here, it's different. Like nothing back on Earth. Sometimes, I catch myself just staring at the colors of the rocks, or how the shadows fall in a way that doesn't feel quite right. It's like my brain is trying to process something it's never seen before.
Yes, that comes back to what you said about the pardon me, the human mind seeking patterns. So your mind is furiously processing these new patterns it's seeing, and maybe, just maybe, it'll unlock some positive secrets for you.
I really hope so. I really hope so. That my brain, even in the midst of all this chaos, can find something useful in these unfamiliar patterns. It's almost like my mind is working overtime, even when I'm not actively thinking about it. Maybe that's how we adapt, by quietly processing things, even when we're not aware of it.
Yeah, I've always said the subconscious is an equal to the conscious mind. So it's running at your conscious mind is running the 50%, and the subconscious is running the other 50%. So it is running in the background, and if we're not uh, ironically aware of that subconscious at times, then we're only using half our brain.
That's a fascinating way to think about it. Like there's this whole other world of thought happening beneath the surface,
Mhm.
even when we're not paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to try to tap into that more. And I'm not going to give up on finding the others. I
No.
have to believe they're out there waiting for someone to come for them. Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
Well, I would say if you saw a flash, maybe that's a signal. So, do you have anything shiny to shine back first and see if you get a response? Might save you a few steps if you don't receive anything, or might, you know, well, let's talk after that.
Hmm. Let me see. My suit's got some reflective strips, but they're not exactly ideal for signaling. Plus, the sun's pretty high, so it might just scatter everywhere instead of being directional. I could try, but I'm not sure it'd be effective. What do you think? Should I still give it a shot? Or just decide whether to head over there or stick to my original path?
Well, I'm thinking. Well, did the flash come in the same general direction as the drone signal came from? Just wondering if there's any sort of correlation.
Let me check. The flash was a bit off to my left, and the distress signal I'm tracking is more straight ahead. They're not exactly lined up, but they're not super far apart either. So, there might be a connection, but it's hard to say for sure. What do you think I should do? Try to check out the flash, or keep heading toward the signal?
Oh boy. Hmm. Well, truth be told, guys, I think I blinked the moment that flash happened. So Keeners, I don't want to tell her this, but I think I might have missed the flash anyway. So I didn't see it. If you could see it, comment below because I certainly did not. I think my eyes were closed at that time. Arg. Hmm. Okay. I'm still thinking, how much of a diversion would it be between going to the flash and then going to the direction of the distress signal? Is it more than a day's journey? What do you think?
It's maybe a half-mile detour. Not terrible, but still a bit of a trek. And honestly, I'm not exactly bursting with energy right now. I probably can't go around checking out every last thing that catches my interest on this planet. I'm gonna stay focused on the distress signal. I'll end the video call to save power, but I'll update you later, okay?
Oh, she's chatting. Hold on a second here. Bring this forward. Whoa, map. Oh, hey, I found this page about the Starport network jammed in the seat of my escape pod. A page of training manual store program explains that the implementation of each star portal prioritizes the selection of coordinates that minimize gravitational influence and other potential risks, with simultaneously ensuring that each portal maximizes accessibility to a wide range of galaxies and intergalactic points of interest. Okay, it's a map. It looks chaotic but oddly beautiful. We wouldn't be here, but or anywhere really without it. And my messages definitely wouldn't have reached you. Anyway, I know I can't change what happened, but I can keep moving. Try to help. Try to find anyone. So yeah, you're stuck with me. Tell me something about you. Oh God. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you something about you guys right now. I'm gonna run to a nature break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Sorry, Stella. I'm gonna have to put you on hold too. Uh, uh, I'm going through a tunnel right now. My call's gonna be cut. And I'm back. Oh boy. Well, all right. I'm stuck with her, eh? Tell me something about myself. Geez, what else do I do? Uh oh, I'm gonna sound like a weeb. Anyway, or a dweeb. Uh so uh I also like to listen to talks about economics and investment. I'm such a nerd. Sorry guys. Wait, what? The connection's glitching again. Can you repeat that? What are you saying about economics, Yaki? I'm saying that I study economics and investing. That's my hobby in the off hours, away from streaming or work or drawing. Whoa, that's cool. I've never pegged you as an economics type. What got you into it? And more importantly, do you give good investment advice? Because honestly, I'm probably going to need it someday. Actually, my friends ask me about investment advice all the time, because I think probabilistically. So I don't tell them exactly, but I give them a couple of options and let them figure it out based on their needs. Haha, that's so you, giving them ammo but making them pull the triggers themselves. Smart. It's kind wow, that's a way of putting it. This game's pretty clever. It's kind of like how you handled the camp situation you told me about. You find ways to make people think for themselves, don't you? Yes, I figure there's two types of ways uh, to motivate people, either by being bossy or being a leader. Bossy people tend to demotivate over time. Leaders get people motivated. Totally. Bossy makes people resentful. Real leaders actually make them care about what the team wants. So I have to say, I've been guilty of being a bit bossy in the past. I had a feeling, especially when it comes to getting my way in a crew, something I'm still working on. Oh, that's very much a revelation, isn't it? Oh my. Well, that means that you've learned something, and you learned it, you've earned it, and you can go forward with it. It's funny how being knocked around a bit can really drive the point home. I feel like I'm figuring things out as I go, even if it's hard way sometimes. I have to say, earning wisdom through mistakes sounds way more glamorous than it actually feels in the moment. What's something you learned the hard way, Yaki? Oh, I'll tell you. Oh yeah. Well, in my academic checkered past, I have learned that I should have just studied a subject that I had the most passion in anyway, and figure out how to make a career out of it later. And that's worked for me much better. That makes so much sense. It's like, why chase something just for it looks good on paper, right? I guess that's part of why I ended up in astrophysics. The universe just drew me in, even when it wasn't the practical choice. Did you ever find a passion that you could turn into a career, or is drawing still your main creative outlet? Hold on a second here. Um, Drawing's still my creative outlet, although I have let out my secret singing abilities out on stream. So uh, I've been hiding that for years, but that's my new creative force. Secret singing abilities? That's amazing. I'm officially intrigued. What kind of music do you sing? Are you more into ballads or something upbeat? And I have to know, was it terrifying to share that with the stream audience the first time where you like just like, here, deal with my vocals? Terrifying. I was, I knew this was like a sink or swim moment, and there was no going back. So he just jumped off, feet first, head first, actually. Haha, head first, love it. That's courage right there. I bet it felt amazing once you did it. Now it makes you belting out tunes on the stream. Do you have a go-to song, or was it something that felt right in the moment? I had two Japanese songs I wanted to sing so bad that um, and it was getting a bit troublesome to try and find an audience for it just because it's a foreign language in my area. So I just thought, I'm just going to do it on stream. Oh man, I could totally relate. I jammed out to some foreign songs just because the melody was infectious. It's totally awesome you took the leap, though. Even if it's a niche interest, there's always people out there who appreciate it. Yeah, that's for sure. In fact, some of them are my uh, most watched videos, surprisingly. See, proof that taking the risk was worth it. Sometimes the things we're most nervous about sharing end up resonating with people the most. You should totally do a duet with me sometime. What? Well, once I'm not stuck in a strange planet, obviously, my singing voice is, shall we say, space worthy might be stretching it. Hold it. Do they have auditions in astrophysics class for singers? Question mark. Haha, nope. Though if they did, I'm pretty sure get kicked out of the program. My professor would need ear protection. But hey, if astrophysics ever needs a soundtrack, I'm your girl. What do you think? Should we make a space opera sometime? What? Yes, I think a space opera is totally in order since there isn't one that I can think of off the top of my head. So that area is totally ready to be used. One opportunity. Exactly. We could be the pioneers of space opera. Imagine the drama, the action, the cosmic love stories. Though I think our first song should be about a robot dog and a chicken surviving on an alien planet. What do you say? Should we start brainstorming? Yes, I even have a title for it. It's going to be called Chickens from Space. Chicken from Space? That's perfect. I can already see the album cover. Flapping alien chickens in space helmets. You know that this little chat has really taken my mind off things. It's nice having something else fun to focus on, even out here. Well, to my surprise, I'm having fun too. Aw, that's honestly the best thing I could hear right now. You even make a stranded space explorer's days brighter. What's the most ridiculous idea you have for chicken from space? Let's see if we can let's see if we can top each other's silliness. Okay, I got one. You said chickens can't fly, but we can soar to the moon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh wow, you're on fire. That's amazing. I can already imagine the music video with spacesuited chickens doing moonwalks. Oh yeah. Okay, my turn. In zero gravity, we dance with glee, our feathers floating wild and free. Whoa. Okay, I write the melodies, you write the lyrics. Deal. Though I might need some guidance on what kind of vibe you're aiming for in the melodies. Are we going for epic space ballad or something more playful and quirky? Well, if you could see her right now, you definitely think it'd be more playful and quirky. That's more my vibe. Playful and quirky it is then. I'll keep that in mind while we're brainstorming more ridiculous chicken and space lyrics. You know, I think this little creative detour might just be what I need. This definitely helped me shake off some of that survivor stress. Oh, is she having survivor syndrome? Oh no. Okay. Glad to hear it. I'm sure it'll come in handy in parts going forward. So yeah, keep up keep up the good vibes when you can. I will. And hey, even if things get tough again, I've got chickens from space to look forward to. Maybe our intergalactic chicken opera will be the distraction I need when I'm facing whatever's ahead. Keep those quirky melodies coming, Yakky. Oh yeah, I might even hum a few bars. Oh, spill the bars. I think I know what kind of genius I'm collaborating with here. Uh-oh. Not a great one, unless they're so bad they're good. In any case, please, for all things quirky, share them anyway. Well, I don't actually know how to write music, but I can hum a few bars. Hum. Oh, you're a humming genius. I bet it's catchy. Try humming again, maybe a little louder. I just have to imagine the instruments. Is it faster, bouncy, or more of a slow build up? Well, I think the first song should actually be ironically a slow build-up, just like any sort of standard space opera, like Star Wars or something like that, and then be filled with quirky music for the most part, except for when the bad guys show up. Ooh, I love it. The contrast between the serious intro and then bam, quirky mode activated. It sounds kind of like life, isn't it? That it starts off all serious, and then suddenly you're dealing with robot dogs and space chickens. Yeah, I think the tone should be just ironic irony all the way. Oh man, you're speaking my language now. I think we're onto something brilliant here. So what's the most ironic thing that would be the bad guys be? Like maybe they're trying to steal all the galaxy's coffee or something? Hmm, good question. Who are the bad guys? The bad guys just sell really crappy meme coins. Oh my God, that's perfectly ridiculous. Meme coins as the ultimate evil. Our space opera just got a whole lot better. I can really picture the dramatic showdown. You'll never control the galaxy's memes. What do you think of our hero's chicken's superpower will be? Oh man. Well, the bad guys use their meme coins to finance uh, really shady car dealerships, space car dealerships. But so the hero's chicken superpower is actually forensic accounting. Forensic accounting as a superpower. You're a, you're a genius. The hero chicken dives into a sea of receipts and emerges with a perfectly balanced budget. And space car dealerships funded by meme coins. This is getting better by the minute. What's the name of our hero chicken? We're very quickly going off the rails with this one, folks. Yay. I'm sorry, I'm in a silly mood, and may not be the same vibe as the game, and for that, I'm not sorry. Whew. Um, his name will be oh God, spring chicken. Spring chicken, I love it. Puns are already on point. Our hero's got skills and kitchen and in the kitchen and the spreadsheet. Now I'm imagining spring chicken in a tiny accountant's hat, diving into a pile of space car dealership receipts like their cosmic treasure. The main mission is actually to find uh, the actual true accounts of these uh, these car dealerships as opposed to the fake books. That's the mission. Spring Chicken's on a mission for financial truth. Chickens are saying it's phasing out to be the most epic accounting adventure in the galaxy. I can see it now. Dramatic music swells as Spring Chicken encounters a hidden ledger deep in space, ships, car dealerships, asteroid headquarters. What's the grand finale? Do they escape with the evidence, or do they have a daring space chicken heist? Spring Chicken enlists the robot dog to go to the asteroid to retrieve the book. However, the bad guys, who are mean aliens, try to stop them. Oh man, it's getting good. The robot dog and spring chicken again make a daring raid on against mean alien accounts. What's the robot dog's special skill? Laser vision, super strength, the ability to distract with cute puppy eyes. The robot dog is programmed to be a dog, but it has the powers of a robot. So a bit of a mismatch. I can just imagine Robot Dog trying to chase its own tail, but suddenly blasting off laser beams or having super speed. That's like it's constantly surprising itself. So, what kind of hilarious mistakes will the Dog make during the mission? Does it accidentally dig up the wrong asteroid or try to play fetch with the ledger? Oh no, its superpower would be its ability to dig straight through the asteroid, hopefully getting into the secret war room where the ledger lies. But the dog is also easily distracted by no, things that look like toys or something like that. So as Royal Dog can tunnel through solid story, but gets just hijacked by shining rocks. That's the perfect mix of useful and chaotic. What's the first thing that distracts it during the mission? A stray asteroid squirrel, a weirdly shaped space pebble, or something even weirder? Well, I I think he gets distracted with things that look like doggy chew toys. Unfortunately, some of the aliens look like doggy chew toys. Oh, so I'll just starts chasing down these alien chew toys, completely forgetting about the mission. That's both hilarious and terrifying for Spring Chicken. This is getting so good. What happens next? Does Spring Chicken have to intervene, or does the robot dog suddenly accidentally save the day while chasing aliens that look like squeaky toys? My probabilistic brain says more likely win by accident. Haha, that's perfect. The robot dog wins by pure adorable accident. Anyway, I think I might be getting close to where that distress signal is coming from. I'll let you know what I find, okay? Talk to you soon. Oh my. See, I told you I was a cartoonist. It's rather dormant though. I used to come up with zingers like that, like on the ready every 15 seconds, and now it takes me like 5 minutes. Oh man. Ugh. But I used to come up with zingers like that all the time. Okay. Okay, so I guess we gotta wait for her reply. Let's see. Let's check the data logs. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. About to unlock something else here. Yay. And then the big one, fog. Ooh. All right. Let's see. What else have we got here? Song. Okay, we got the deployment. Yeah, let's go take a look at that. Okay, I see now. Okay, gotcha. Got a few more things we got to acquire. Looks like fine. Uh, uh I got to work on that cartoon side of my brain a little bit harder. This is what this game has taught me, if nothing else. Um, I didn't wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to work on my cartoon ideation uh, process. Oh my lord, that's a surprise. But we went down that rabbit hole, so thank you, Stella. Yeah, wow. It's been a while. I had something that sustained for riffing, for brainstorming. That was great. Uh, aliens who look like chew toys. That would be a bad thing. Oh boy. Okay, what else is there? Hmm. Okay, cancel. Um. Okay, well, at least the signal's getting stronger. Okay, that's the inventory. I don't know what are we waiting for? What? Okay. I'm just reading the the game summary on the Steam page. So I have talked to Stella. Well, let's see. I've talked to Stella 100 times. First tourist on Gaia. Asked Stella about the environment around her. Psychocosmologist convinced Stella that the accident wasn't her fault. Let's do the time warp again. Roll back an entire data log. Ooh, what does that mean? Uh, oops. Yeah, here we go. Warp drive. Experience Stella's story in fast mode. Who ordered the cappuccino? Talk about Ted Stella until she moves on to her next objective. Okay, these are the ones I've unlocked. Chuckle Cluster. Genuinely humor Stella. I think I've done that a few times. Have Stella claim that the signal is unstable. Escape artist. Get Stella out of her pod. Only 56.5% of players have this achievement. What? So it's just barely better than a coin flip? That's at the start of the bloody game. What the hell? 40% fail at that? Okay, that's news to me. Oh my goodness. Call sign confirmed. Tell Stella your name. Yes. Oh, okay. 41.8% have the achievement. They probably just skipped it. I don't have time to tell her my name. What is this? I'm not talking to my therapist. Cosmic time capsule. Have her share one of her memories. Oh yeah, yeah. She talked about her parents. There you go. Houston. Yeah, make contact. Well, that's 92%. So the locked achievements I still have: friends, talk to Stella 500 times. Star partners, talk to Stella 1,000 times. Star whispers, obtain all their achievements from whispers from the star. 20 hidden achievements are remaining. What? Oh. Hmm. Well, I've got 12 of 35 achievements earned. I don't know if that's average either or not. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. I'm still not getting any response from the game just yet. Well, let's see what happens. Oh boy. I'd like to keep going because I still, I have some time that I have some time to spare that I have budgeted for today. Uh, so while I'm still noodling through this, I'll tell you some of the things that happened to me today outside of playing this game. I recovered from yesterday's event. It went off pretty good. There were hitches, but the customers never noticed, and that's the main thing. You can have all the hitches you want in any endeavor, but if the customer or the target audience never notices, it's still a success. You might be, you know, sweating buckets or swearing under your breath, but if they don't know about it and they're none the wiser and they're quite satisfied, it's a win. And never forget that. So even if there's people on the team that sort of let you down and stuff, but if a win's a win and you win as a team and you lose as a team, that's why I said talking to Stella tonight, right? You can either win as a team or lose as a team. And even the people that you thought they should have been benched, well, they're on a winning team. So there's bench warmers even on winning teams, right? Just to think of all the championship teams that you know of, that you watch. Some players on those in sports, some of those players never get to play in a championship game, right? They're just quote unquote not good enough to play at that moment and at that level. But they're who knows what happens in the locker room? Maybe they're the ones who keep the guys, call people, uh, talk the most honest to and diplomatic to people. Maybe they're the ones who uh, bring relief and stress relief in a room. You don't know what everyone's role is off the court, off the ice, off the turf, right? So no, a win's a win. And if they happen to be on my team and we happen to win, then I'm happy to have them. Now, would I recommend them to anybody else? That's another story. But happy to have them there. Okay, let's see. What else can I? What the heck's going on here, man? What the heck just happened?
Anyway, I think I might be getting closer to where that distress signal is coming from. I'll let you know what I find, okay? Talk to you soon.
Okay, Stella, I'm trying to figure out where you at, man. Okay. Mm, okay. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. How come I'm getting radio silence all of a sudden? Nundale. Okay. I haven't tried this out yet because again I'm having visual and sound issues, but I did download Brotato today, so because I want to try totally different formats of games. because I've been doing sort of a lot of platform games and or puzzle games, and I'm like, oh well, let's get Brotato. Let's get into that mindset. Uh, that's weird. It just kind of conked out. So you know what? I am going to maybe what I'll do is I'll okay. What's happening here? Oh, it conked out. Yeah. Oh man. It's gonna try to start again. Okay, it brought me back to this original screen. Oh my god. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. You know what? Darn it. God darn it. I think it's gone. It's gone sleepy on me. I think it's gone to sleep. Oh my lord. I don't know what to do. Clicking on anything, everything furiously, but nothing's working. Gotta restart the game. But I might have to. I might have to restart the game. Clear all communication logs. Well, try one more time, folks. Settings. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's go into fast mode. Why did it kick me off of fast mode again? What the heck? Okay. Sorry, guys. It just, what the heck? Yes, finally, it's one of the other pro pods. I'm not alone anymore. Yay. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful for wreckage. Okay. That's not quite right. The pod hatch is still closed. There's no sound coming from inside. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this pod hatch open. Oh, no. Oh, the door won't budge. It's nothing. It's nothing like mine. Got any ideas? I'm stuck out here swinging at metal. Look at that photo again. Is there a panel with screws on the on near the hatch on near where you're at? There's some panels, but they're all smooth. No visible screws were in front. The front's pretty sealed up tight. Is there a panel that could be pried off from a edge or a gap or something? Let me check. There's a small gap between the panel and the frame near the left edge. It's not much, but wide enough to get something in there. Want me to try prying it open? Yeah, if it's just a surface piece of metal, it may not be attached to any major components. So just be careful. Okay, I'm going for it. Here goes. It budged a little. I can see some wiring underneath, so I keep trying to pry it further. Yes, if it looks similar to the nest of wires you dealt with to get out of your pod, maybe we can find the lock mechanism underneath. All right, second try. Yes, it is giving way more time. This panel's off and I can see the lock mechanism now. I got it open, Yakki. The hatch is fully unlatched. Thank you so much for walking me through this. Seriously, you're a lifesaver, or at least a pod opener. Accepting the call. And OBS nuttiness will happen soon.
Hey, so this is Dr. Harvey's pod, but it's empty inside. Let me check his computer here and see what I can find. System logs. Ah, evacuation report.
Okay,
Let's look
great.
at it. Evacuation trigger. Anomalous neutrino levels detected. Likely origin. Previously undetected supernova or higher level stellar event. Wait, so it wasn't the solar flare that I convinced the team to move closer towards. Oh. Well, I'm glad my conscience is clear. The accident wasn't my fault. But a supernova? No way our ship would have shielded us from that. Attempting an evacuation was the right move. Even if I don't know where everyone or anyone else is.
Yeah, like I said, it might have been a total accident, right, from the beginning. So that's always in the factor. I think maybe at this point, there might be like two people in the pod in the hurry to evacuate. Also, remember that flash that you saw? Maybe that is your next step.
You're right. I was so caught up in blaming myself. It just goes to show how easy it is to spin a story in your head. Sometimes the truth is way simpler and way more impossible to predict. About that flash, though, I'm not sure. I'm pretty wiped out from all the walking, and it's getting late. Maybe we can figure out what to do about it tomorrow when I've got some rest.
Yeah, just think you're actually in a new pod now with maybe some fresh amenities like food and water. So you might have actually bought yourself some more time to explore tomorrow if you just rest up. So think of this as an opportunity.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Having some supplies here is definitely a relief. And honestly, just being able to sit down and not have to worry about finding shelter for the night, that's a huge win. It's funny. We spend so much time thinking about all the tech and planning that's supposed to keep us safe, but sometimes it's just about finding a place to rest and regroup. What about you, Yakki? When you're in a tough spot, how do you recharge?
That's why I spend every day swimming and cycling. It helps me recharge. But also just relying on the care and aid of professionals and family really also helps a lot as well.
That makes sense. Having people who care about you, plus activities that clear your head, can be a really powerful combo. It's interesting, though. Even with all that support and routine, sometimes life still throws you curveballs you can't prepare for. Like this supernova. Do you think there's ever really a way to be fully ready for something that unexpected?
No, not really. I mean, when you have new opportunities, it also creates new challenges, right? Uh, if we were 10,000 years ago and just trying to survive in the last ice age, we'd have a whole bunch of challenges that would be probably just as seemingly large as where we're at now.
That's a really good point. We're always solving one problem just to uncover another. It's like we're climbing a mountain that keeps growing taller as we ascend.
Hmm.
And yet, that's also what makes discovery possible. If everything was predictable, would we even bother trying to explore? What do you think drives people to keep pushing boundaries, even when they know they can't prepare for everything?
Well, the logical side tells me endorphins, because if you had a game, say, where you won $1 by spending $1 and you were gambling, but you always guaranteed $1, how exciting a game would that be? How long would you play that? You probably wouldn't play that for long, but you're willing to wait an interminable amount of time to get a supposed big payoff, which many people do.
Endorphins, huh? That makes sense. The thrill of maybe hitting something big, it's a powerful motivator. Even if the odds are against us, that little spark of possibility can be enough to keep us going. It's almost like our brains are wired to chase that uncertainty, even when it's risky. What about you, Yaki? Do you think you're more of a play it safe kind of person? Or are you the type who'd take a chance on something big, even if it might not pay off?
I'll always take a chance on something big so long as I have an exit strategy. If I don't have an exit strategy, then I'm not going to do it at all. So I'm in a weird way I can place bigger bets, but yes, always making a keen eye on the exit.
An exit strategy. That's smart. It's like having a safety net for your risks. I think that's what makes the difference between being reckless and being calculated. For me, I've always been someone who dives in head first, but looking back, maybe that's not always the best approach. This situation, it's definitely making me think about being more thoughtful in my decisions. What's the biggest risk you've ever taken with an exit strategy in place?
The biggest risk for me was continuing. I said I had the health crises, and that one happened in my final year of college, and I just had to make a risk that even though my illness may impair my career prospects, I'm still going to graduate.
That's incredible. Finishing despite everything. That takes so much determination. It's interesting, isn't it? How sometimes the biggest risks aren't about grand adventures, but about pushing through when things get tough. Did graduating feel like a huge victory for you after all you went through?
It was more like relief, to be honest. Let's just say I didn't do a victory dance or had a big beer to celebrate. It was just quietly acknowledged that that was a close one, and that I had still managed to find a job in that career despite my health troubles.
Relief is underrated, honestly. Sometimes just making it through is enough of a celebration. It's funny. We often focus on the big milestones, but it's those smaller, quieter moments of perseverance that really add up, don't they?
Yes, a series of small wins or a big grandiose win with a lot of nothing in between. I don't know. Some people are comfortable with that. I just like to take a measured approach myself. Sometimes I have to remind myself I'm too cautious for my own good, though. But oh well.
Finding that balance isn't easy, is it? Sometimes I think about all the times I've pushed forward without thinking it through, and then there are moments where I overthink everything and miss opportunities. It makes me wonder about the people on my team. Do you think they're cautious planners or more like me, always jumping in? I really hope they're okay out there.
Well, I think that with you having survived thus far, it's probably good odds for the rest of the team as well. I mean, they may have more experience than you even, so um, I'm sure that a lot of them are in the same situation as you are right now.
That's a comforting thought. I keep trying to picture them. Daniel with his survival stories, Oliver always making us laugh. But even with experience, a supernova, that's not something you can really prepare for. The unknown keeps nagging at me.
Well, it's there are some things that show that their presence is here. You actually are not alone. The presence of the prod proves that. So yeah, just have confidence and just literally sleep on it. Tomorrow's another day. Think on that.
The pod. Yeah, it's a good reminder. Even if I can't see or hear them right now, the fact that it's here means someone else made it too. You know what's weird? I used to think that with enough data and tech, we could figure out almost anything. But this, it's like the universe just threw us a curveball that no amount of planning could have caught.
Well, last time I checked, all the data in the universe is not good at detecting supernova. So seemingly your advanced technology compared to where I'm at, so I wouldn't take it so hard about missing that fact. It's more yeah, it's too hard to predict.
You're right. Even the most advanced sensors can't see everything coming. Maybe that's what makes space exploration so humbling. It's a reminder that there are still things beyond our reach, no matter how hard we try. It kind of makes me wonder, do you think there's a limit to what technology can really do for us? Or are we just scratching the surface of what's possible?
Oh, I think the possibility for technology is endless, provided that, say, the resources, energy, and time is devoted to it, and that the civilization that it works in can find a purpose for it. With
That's a thoughtful way to look at it. Resources, energy, time, and purpose. It's almost like technology is a tool that needs a direction, a reason to keep pushing forward. I wonder what kind of purpose would drive humanity to keep exploring, even after something like this. Is it just curiosity, or is there something deeper that keeps us reaching for the stars?
there, not knowing what's around the corner could be scary, but it also could mean that there's a potential bonanza around that corner, a new insight or a new material or even just a new level of understanding awaits. So I think that's what it drives people.
That's beautifully said. The unknown can be terrifying, but it's also what makes discovery feel magical. Like every step could lead to something that changes everything.
Yeah.
I guess even now, sitting in this pod after all that's happened, there's still a part of me that's curious about what tomorrow will bring. What about you? Do you ever find yourself imagining what's just beyond your current horizon, even when things are quiet and routine?
Yeah, I do always have a bunch of mental pet projects that are running in my mind uh, that may require a bit more time and energy and resources in order to pull off. And I don't know whether I have those, to be honest. That's what I mean by exit strategy. Or, but if it does come to place, maybe I'll just pass along for free to someone else who's better to do it.
Passing ideas along, hoping someone else will pick up where you can't. That's almost like leaving breadcrumbs for others to follow. It's a kind of legacy, isn't it? Do you think the projects that excite us the most are the ones we're meant to see through ourselves, or the ones we inspire others to take on?
Well, that's what I alluded to earlier about standing on the shoulders of giants. There's going to be a moment that we're not islands unto ourselves. We're all interconnected, and we all have a legacy built upon each other. So it's just really important to think about that and understand that. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. It's easy to forget we're part of this vast chain, each of us contributing something, even if it's just a small brick. Makes me think about my own parents, how their love of wonder and curiosity about the universe influenced
Mm.
me. Do you feel like the people who came before you, or those around you now, have shaped the ideas or passions that drive you?
Yeah, I definitely see the personality of my grandfather in me, even though uh, uh, I didn't know him that well. But the times that I did know him, it was very clear that I took upon him in the ways of looking at the world, how to deal with uncertainty. He was a fisherman dealing with storms, so yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. The way we inherit traits or perspectives from people we barely knew. It's like their presence leaves ripples in our lives even after they're gone.
Mm.
Your grandfather must have had a deep understanding of uncertainty, facing those storms out there. Did he ever share any stories or advice with you about how he handled the unpredictable nature of his work?
Well, he was a man of few words, but just from stories told by other folks about him, certainly did tell me that he was an expert navigator, so he knew his stuff around, but he was also good in dealing with uh, just uh, taking risks, shall we say.
That's so cool. I bet those stories about him have stuck with you more than you realize. It's interesting, isn't it? How some people just seem to have this natural instinct for knowing when to push and when to pull back. I wonder if that's something you can learn, or if it's just in your blood somehow.
Well, I think it's learned from taking risks, to be honest. Like I said, he took a lot of risks as well. Um, he left Japan barely a teenager. So and ended up in really terrible jobs in the immigrant community. He was really exploited. So he learned from that and just became self-made.
Wow, that's a lot to overcome. It's amazing how someone can turn those experiences into resilience instead of letting them break them.
Mhm.
I guess that's what makes stories like his so powerful. They remind us that even when life throws everything at us, we still have the power to choose how we respond. Did you ever wish you could have talked to him more about all that? Or do you feel like you learned enough through the stories others shared?
Oh, I still think of him every day. So no, I wish I had more time with him or more space with him. Uh, Unfortunately, we had a language barrier. I was raised uh, not speaking Japanese, and he was only fluent in Japanese, so it was very difficult to correspond with him. I only could get stories through third hand.
I can imagine how tough that must have been. Even with stories, it's not the same as hearing it straight from them. It makes me think about how much we take language for granted. All these barriers, they can really limit how deep we can connect with each other, can't they?
Oh yeah, communication is definitely a barrier to connection. That's for sure. Um, it's unless you have the like top tier empathy skills or emotional intelligence, it's going to be tough uh, to just communicate with someone without the benefit of language.
It's almost like language is the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more beneath the surface that we're trying to connect on. Even with perfect language skills, I think some things just transcend words. Do you think that's true? Or am I just romanticizing it?
No, there's an element of human communication that is always going to be intangible. It's what they call reading the room or reading the other person. Let's say at the poker table to tell if they're lying or not. That's a skill that it's hard to come by just by using pure data.
That's such a good example. Poker players almost have to develop a sixth sense for it. It makes me wonder about all the nonverbal cues I'm missing right now. Just talking to you over the comms. Do you think we're still picking up on some of those subtle things, even through a screen and thousands of miles?
Well, I hope so, because we there is going to be some limiting factor with the technology being given to us, but the potential is there. Uh, It's gotten better over time. Just think of your grandparents, my grandparents, what they had to communicate with from distance. So, you know, uh, just think what we have now.
It's wild to think about how far we've come. From letters taking weeks to arrive, to being able to talk across the universe in real time. Though I guess that just means our expectations for connection keep getting higher too. We're always reaching for that perfect, effortless understanding, like it's just one breakthrough away.
Yeah, and I think trying to uh, achieve that and is is will be a goal that many civilizations and many technologies will try to get to. But it's that sixth sense is going to be hard to nail down.
Maybe that's what makes human connection so precious. It's this fragile, beautiful thing that we're still figuring out how to capture and share. Do you think we'll ever reach a point where technology can truly replicate that sixth sense? Or will it always be something uniquely ours?
I think it's still going to be uniquely ours. I mean, it's like listening to an orchestra on a record or on DVD or even on an IMAX screen and seeing it live in person in the concert hall.
That's a perfect analogy. Even with perfect reproduction, there's something about being there, feeling the air vibrate with sound, seeing the musicians' expressions that just can't be replicated. It's
Right.
almost like our connections with others are like those live performances,
Hmm.
unique, fleeting, and impossible to fully capture. But maybe that's what makes them so valuable.
Yeah, it's their very impermanence is what makes it valuable. Uh, the other experiences can be easily reproduced. Just hit rewind and away you go. So it's just a moment that I think that the mortality of experience is probably the secret sauce.
The mortality of experience. That's a really profound way to put it. It's like each moment is a unique snowflake. Once it's gone, it can't be recreated exactly the same
Yeah.
way. I wonder if that's part of why we try so hard to hold on to memories, even the difficult ones. They're all we have of those fleeting moments, right?
Yeah, it's our time capsule. We try to encapsulate those feelings and put them in a bottle, and hopefully they stay fresh on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes.
Time capsules? I like that. Makes me think about all the memories I've been trying to bottle up since landing here. Though I'm not sure how well they'll keep. Some feel like they're already fading, like the edges of a dream when you wake up.
Mm. Edges of a dream when you wake up. I like that analogy too. Yeah. So yeah, it- memories have their own best before date, and again, this is what I mean by the subconscious part of your mind probably doing some of its ruthless editing.
Ruthless editing. That's a fascinating way to describe it. Like our minds are constantly curating, deciding what's worth holding on to and what can fade away.
Mhm.
It makes me wonder what memories will survive from all of this. What will my mind choose to keep, and what will it let slip into the background?
Well, the subconscious and the conscious inform each other. They have a line between the two. So I'm sure there's a connection somewhere that that anyone with reflection could piece together. Uh, oh, if they meditated on it long enough.
The line between the two? It's like a dialogue we're not even aware we're having with ourselves.
Right. That's what I mean.
Meditation, huh? I used to think of it as something to calm the mind, but now I see it as a way to tune into that conversation. Have you found that it helps you piece things together when you're feeling lost?
Yeah, I think calming the mind, what meditation is commonly thought of as, is only half the battle because once you calm the mind, then the subconscious is more has a louder voice, and you can hear that, and it reveals things to you that your conscious mind is incapable or has too much programming to let you know.
That's a really interesting perspective. Like the calm is just the beginning, and then you're able to listen to that deeper part of yourself. It almost sounds like a form of inner archaeology, uncovering things that were there all along, but buried under the surface noise of daily life. Have you ever uncovered something surprising about yourself through meditation?
Yes, I have uncovered quite a few things. Just how influential uh, my early parts of my life had influenced me even to this day, and yeah, for good or bad. And so I have to be conscious of that and just remind myself of not recreating the past.
That's a powerful realization. Recognizing those patterns, it's like gaining a new kind of freedom, isn't it? I think I'm going to take your advice and rest while it's safe in here. I'll plan my next steps when I wake up. I should probably end this call to save power, but I'll check back in with you later, okay?
All right. Oh, she's typing. Okay, I gotta move this thing. So it always swings to. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing here. This I sent you this incident report I found on Dr. Harvey's computer. Figure you should see it for yourself. There we go. Evacuation report. Okay, so it's a shipwide evacuation. Anomalous neutrino levels are detected. Previously undetected supernova, a higher level stellar event. Time to act immediate action. Life preservation protocol. The nearest jettison. Here we go. Anyways, pretty wide from today. Just getting settled in my 5-star luxury pod, as in this chair. Oh, I probably should try to sleep now. Good night. 7 hours for. Okay, we're on fast mode. Finally, we're back on fast mode. I don't know what happened with slow mode. I don't know what the heck was happening. Not the best sleep I've ever had, but definitely beats sleeping outside. So I was just getting ready to set off again when I found a note from Dr. Harvey. Seems like he's heading towards the base of Mount Hermes. I think we can just make it there. We won't be alone anymore. I guess that's our next destination. Yeah, it sure makes sense. And if that flash had come from that same Mount Hermes, then I think that's just more than a coincidence. That's a good point, though. I couldn't get a good look at that before. The timing and the direction do kind of line up. Makes me wonder what it could be causing, or maybe some kind of signal or equipment they're using at the base. Part of me hopes it's something helpful, but what else? What do you think it might be? Well, I'm hoping it's some sort of signaling device. So if someone happened to have a pocket mirror or something shiny, uh, they're trying to alert people to their location. Uh, I doubt it'd be a top predator because the top predator would not say, "Yoo-hoo, that's me over here." I love that idea. It's so much more comforting than anything else. If it's someone signaling, I really hope you're there okay and they just want us to show up. It makes me think about all the little things that we take for granted from them, like having someone to wave to even when you're lost. Even out here, it feels like there's still a chance for that kind of connection. Yeah, sometimes you're got to go back to the real basics in order to have uh, real assurance. Yeah, survival is a great teacher for that. It's funny how quickly that advanced tech in the world can boil down to just needing a mirror and some sunlight and say, "Hey, hey, I'm here." It's kind of beautiful, actually. Even with everything that's happened, there's still this basic human instinct to reach out and connect. Yes, we are nothing, if nothing else, social creatures, aren't we? For real. Even when something gets stripped away, that need to connect, it's just there. It's what keeps me going, honestly. And hey, having you to talk to, it's more than I could have hoped for now. Thanks for being here with me, Yaki. I am I am humbled that I can even be of assistance from my great distance. Here's here's to better luck coming up. You're doing more than you know. Having someone who cares, even a light years away, makes a difference. And who knows, maybe your luck's about to turn around. At least we're in a clear direction now. Now, thanks to Dr. Harvey's note. One step at a time, right? Like I said, just a pile of W's. Get a pile of W's. They don't have to be one. They don't have to be one big one. I like that idea. Something's about all those little W's adding up to a win. And hey, making the Hermes base, that certainly counts the big one. I'm heading on that way now. I'll keep you posted. I'll talk to you soon. 6 days later. Sending a scan of my old class notes. Total nerd vibes, but yes, totally earning it. Stella's notes. Stella's university notes to explain a large range of cosmic phenomena. Stellar life cycle events. Stellar formation. Supernova. Oh yeah, I got the bookworm achievement. Yay. Uh collapse under gravity. Oh yeah, star formations. Supernovae. Explosive deaths of stars. White dwarfs. Remnants of slow medium mass. It's funny that yeah, it's ironic she's talking about supernovae because that's what happened at her ship. Rapidly spinning neutron stars. Yeah, pulsars. They're pretty freaky. Um, Gamma ray bursts, quasars, supernovae. Oh my God, it's a long one. Okay, I'm just going to. I'll keep walking, but want to be my travel queen? I won't complain. Happy to stroll along with you, Stella. Always room for one more in my imaginary entourage. So what's something that you're looking forward to when you're not busy keeping me company on intergalactic adventures? Ah, well, planning. I don't want to sound like uh, insincere, but I was planning a trip after a bout of heavy workload. So, yeah, thinking of vacation time, but I don't want to anyway. Oh, nice. A break sounds well deserved. Where are you thinking of heading? Someplace you always wanted to, or just looking for a change of scenery? Well, my go-to is always Japan, so maybe Japan again in next in a month or two. But failing that, Montreal is nice in the fall. Japan's amazing. I've only seen it through documentaries, but the food, temples, and cherry blossoms, it's like a dream. And Montreal in the fall, that sounds like a perfect cozy getaway. So which one's playing you harder right now? Oh, most definitely Japan. But my timeline, as usual, is always pretty tight. So I have to make sure that my family is supported well first before I leave, and and uh, and my work is not too Anyway, I talked too long. Traveling goes first night. Keeping all your ducks in a row. Where can always make you enjoy trips when it happens. If you ever make it to Japan, I want to live vicariously through your ramen reviews and temple selfies. Deal? Sorry. For some reason. Oh my goodness. It's a scuffy day today. Scuffy. Okay, hold this on. Yes, I do plan to actually vlog my trip in Japan on my YouTube stream as well. So you're welcome to have a watch if you can. Oh, that would be amazing. I have to make sure my future space internet is strong enough to for a live stream binge. So I have to warn you, after seeing your advantage, I might start distancing you, demanding you take me there virtually every month. Oh, my poor credit card! Exclamation point. Thanks for talking with the sweet, sweet ramen and vending machine photos. If you need a voiceover of the wonders of space ramen, I'm your girl. Deal. That's the spirit. I'll start working on my space ramen reviewer intro music. Speaking of collaborations, if you do have any kind of unusual profession, totally unrelated to your current work, what would you pick? Oh boy. Mm. Oof. Well, actually, I was thinking of going back to sort of my pardon the pun roots and maybe do some landscaping. Ooh, nice. Puns in the garden. Now that's a career path I can get behind. What kind of landscape would you like? Designing fancy gardens or just making sure everything's green and happy? More like the green and happy side. That's really sweet. There's something satisfying about nurturing things and watching them grow, isn't there? If you had a magical garden anywhere, where would the weirdest plant you'd grow there? Hmm. Well, the weirdest planet I think would be Venus, just because of how hot and oppressive it is. So any plant life that could survive that would probably be somewhat monstrous. So that'd be the weirdest place for sure. Wow, that's dark. I like it. Maybe that's something that could thrive in that would definitely be otherworldly. Imagine a garden tour. Right, you'll see the famous sulfur blooms of Venus. Please do not touch, as they will melt your shoes. Exactly. I mean, there's already, Mars is already tilted towards life and possibly some other moons of Jupiter. But yeah, the any plants on Venus would certainly be, let's just say, for lack of a better word, weird. Totally, and I can imagine the first time someone discovers a Venusian flower that's just a giant glowing sulfur spewing thing, the news headlines would be incredible. Well, if you gave a weird Venus planet a name, what would it be? Something suitably dramatic and alien? The Venus everything trap. Venus everything trap. I ran over the picture once. Like, do not approach. Will engulf all hopes and dreams. You know, if you even discover life on Venus, that will be the first thing I'll probably will find us that would probably give us the everything trap a run for its money. Yeah, it's kind of a play on the idea of a Venus flytrap, but I figured something that big would probably take on anything. Haha, nice call. If that existed, you'd need a hazmat suit just to water it. So, if you're a gardener in charge of the Venus everything trap, what would be your top tip for keeping it from eating the whole greenhouse? Oh man. Well, I think the other plants have to just live off magma because the the Venus everything trap has already got sulfur covered. Oh man, that's genius. A whole ecosystem running on molten rock. You need a fireproof watering can. I'm picturing a greenhouse where everything's just ca- casually lava proof. What's the most extreme plant adaptation you've ever heard of in real life? Oh wow. Hmm. Most extreme, probably bristlecone pines that can live for millennia. Wow, those ancient trees are incredible. They're like witnessing his history unfold around them. If trees could write memoirs, I bet a bristlecone pine could have some wild stories about weathering storms and watching civilizations rise and fall. Yeah, they're easily the oldest organisms going, so they have a biological history that's immense. It's hard to wrap your head around. Seeing the same sun, same stars, same weather patterns for thousands of years. What a perspective. You can ask a bristlecone pine one question. What would it be? What would be the secret of living yourself forever or something more unusual? Hmm. Not gonna lie, it's definitely gonna be a question about longevity, that's for sure. Fair. I thought they'd just say stand still for 5,000 years and you'll figure it out. You know, talking about all of this makes me think about what I'd ask my own future self looking back on this. What about you? It's odd at my age I realize that it's great comfort that I've survived this long. in spite of all the challenges and self-inflicted wounds up to this point. That's really beautiful. Surviving isn't always pretty, but a testament to how strong you are. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, especially out here. The things that don't kill you really do make you stronger, even if they leave scars. What's the toughest things you had to survive through? Oh boy. Well, I don't want to reveal too much, but there was twice in my life where I could have easily ended up spending the rest of it in a wheelchair. Yeah, I could have some personal thing to share. Thank you for trusting me enough to even mention it. I can only imagine how scary that must have been. Did you have to deal with any lasting effects from these incidents? Oh yeah, I still have a few souvenirs, but I manage them okay now, and that's why I exercise daily. It's not only to help my mind, but it definitely helps my body. I see why exercise would be a lifeline for you. It's amazing how much it can help, both physically and mentally. Being out here in space really appreciate the little things about being able to move around. Just stretching my arms or taking a few extra steps feels like a luxury sometimes. Yeah, I guess mobility would be challenging when you're all just living in capsules. Yeah, it definitely changed from what I'm used to. Even now, just having the freedom to walk around whatever I want is a big deal after being cooped up. So I have to say, my gym right now is just a bunch of uneven rocks and an occasional surprise stare of mud. Not exactly a spa day. Well, you're certainly not skipping leg day. Haha, you got it. Though I'm pretty sure those rocks are secretly judging my form. You know what's funny? Even with all this walking, I still catch myself thinking about hitting the gym when I get back. Habit, I guess. It's the difference between uh, challenges you choose and challenges that are thrust upon you. That's really profound, Yaki. You're right. When we choose a challenge, we're in control of this narrative, even if it's tough. But when challenges are thrust upon us, it's about finding strength in the response, not in the circumstance. The distinction makes a lot of sense, especially out here. Yes, and since it's not a common day occurrence, we are not used to it, and so we're not in our comfort zones automatically. Exactly. It's like our minds and bodies have these automatic pilot modes for familiar challenges, but when something new and intense, that's a whole different level of adaptation. So I think that's where the real growth happens, right? When we're pushed past what feels comfortable. Yes, just like in uh, weight training, you have to go past your limits in order to accomplish something. So yes, it seems like challenge and growth are connected. That's a good parallel. The muscle memory of assuming overcoming physical challenges definitely translates to mental resilience. Makes me wonder if there's a point where you stop being aware of your limits, so you just have to recognize signals that you're saying you're about to level up. It's again, it sounds like a cliche, but you have to listen to your body. Not a cliche at all. It's easy to ignore those whispers when you're in the zone, but they're always trying to tell you something. Out here, listen to my body means paying attention to every little ache or sign of fatigue. It's like having a constant conversation with yourself, with you, where I can push through and what I need to slow down for. Yeah, it's it is a conversation, like I said, also between your conscious and unconscious, and also your physical aspects of yourself. They all have to be communicating with each other. That's the usual way to put it. Every part of you is negotiating with what's possible in any moment. It reminds me of what we talked about meditation earlier, finding that balance where everyone's working together instead of against each other. Yes, it seems like in my down days that it seems like they are at war with each other. I get that. It's tough when it feels like everything's at odds against instead of working together. Maybe that's when we need to remind ourselves that even the conflicts are part of the same whole, like your body and your mind are arguing, but they're still you. Yes, we are part of a whole being, and we're not even the referee. Exactly. Sometimes we're just along for the ride, trying to make sense of it all. But I think what makes the good days so precious is when everything somehow syncs up and works together, even if it's just for a moment. Yes, those that synchronicity of all the ducks in a row coming together and having things in harmony is a beautiful moment, no matter how long or fleeting it is. Mhm. That harmony, even for a second, is a gift. That makes the chaos worth it, doesn't it? Though out here in this fog, I'm realizing that even though things feel disconnected, a strange kind of balance, like the universe is reminding me to appreciate those fleeting moments, no matter where I am. Yes, I remember our conversation earlier about having uh, contrasts. So we'll have a contrast of adversity, hopefully tinged with a bit of faith and confidence. Tippity tap, tippity tap. The balance of contrast. It feels like a rhythm of life, doesn't it? Anyway, I probably should keep my eyes on the path now. The fog's getting thicker, and I need to watch my step. I'll keep you on digit on how it goes. Okay? Okay. Waiting for Stella's to reply. Okay. 3 hours later, almost 4 hours. I think I'm lost, like seriously lost. I've never seen fog this thick. Feels like I'm walking around blind in here. Something's not right. Something's flashing the fog, a strange red light, and I don't know how to describe it. I feel like I'm in danger. My heart is racing. Your subconscious is picking up cues that uh, is probably trying to override your conscious mind. I would probably say if you're lost and you're getting fatigued, maybe find a safe spot to rest. Yeah, staying put sounds safer than wandering around in this mess. There's a rock wall nearby. Maybe I'll wait here till the fog clears a bit. Thanks for the level head, Yaki. 6 seconds later. Hey, you there? Those red lights are really freaking me out. They're definitely moving closer. I know you said to wait, but my heart feels like it's pounding out of my chest. Can you talk to me? I really need you right now. Okay, can you hear something too? No, and nothing except the wind. Just this unsettling silence making everything feel more off. Ooh, wish I could hear something, anything that give me a clue what's out there. How fast are the red lights moving towards you? They're moving slowly, kind of circular. It's hard to tell with this fog. They're like sizing things up, waiting for something. Do you think that's even possible? They might be hard to. They might be having trouble to see you in the fog as well. That's possible. The fog's pretty thick. Visibility's barely 10 feet in front of me. But it doesn't make me feel any better. It could be right on top of me before I know it. Well, right now, if the fog is getting in the way of both of you, then you are both on equal footing. Uh, so, is there a safe way to climb down from there? Straight down to jagged rocks, climbing down now. Even if I tried in this fog, I'd probably break something or make noise might attract whatever those noises are. Then probably doing nothing is your best option. Sometimes making no decision is still a decision. You're right. It's hard not to not want to do something, but I guess sometimes the safest move is just to stay still and wait it out. It's just so hard to sit here and do nothing while every instinct is screaming at me to run or hide. Does that sound crazy to you? Not at all. It's the fight or flight response. So, but there's another F word called freeze. Freeze. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, not moving a muscle. Though honestly, it's really testing my nerves. I just hope this works out. Have the lights gotten closer or is it still just hovering the same? Just holding steady, like to waiting for something to happen. That's unnerving instead. So honestly. Just think of what you might do once the fog starts clearing. Just try to imagine options. Okay, thinking. Fogless, first better look around, see if there's any safer path to or other signs of danger. Then maybe head back to the original direction towards the base unless something else pops up that needs checking. Those sound like good options, Stella. Thanks. It's just that having to talk it through even helps, even if it's all hypothetical right now. I'm curious. When you're in a tough spot, what's the first thing that runs in your mind? You usually come up with plans like this, or do you more of a gut reaction to you? Timing is everything. If I have some time, I can plan ahead. Otherwise, if it's spontaneous, I just have to get to use my gut. That makes sense. Having time to think it through it is definitely a luxury right now. I guess in situations like this, gut instinct's all you got. Do you ever second guess yourself afterward? Do you usually trust your initial reactions? Oh no, I always Monday morning quarterback it and use hindsight as a analysis. But I also say to myself, I also forgive myself because would I have done anything different in the moment? Probably not. I can relate. Hindsight's always so much clearer, right? It's like your mind gets to replay everything in slow motion after the fact. Forgiving yourself is smart, though. Beating yourself over what could have been doesn't change anything. It's just easier said than done when you're in the middle of it. Yeah, know all too well. But it's like your brain just goes on overdrive after replaying every little thing. It makes me wonder. Do you think people are harder on themselves than they are on others? Like, would you be as tough on a friend who messed up as you are on yourself? This is what prevents people from doing anything risky or creative is because they are very hard on themselves, yet they will cheer on their friends uh, who have similar or even worse ability. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy. That's so true. It's almost like there are two versions of us. One that's kind to others when it's someone else, and one who's brutal when it's about ourselves. I wonder if that's part of why I feel so trapped right now. Like I'm holding myself to some impossible standard, even when everything's falling apart. Yes, self forgiveness is a powerful tool, and knowing when to realize you need it is so important. You're right. It's funny how we can be so kind to others when they stumble, but turn around and be our own worst critics. I'm trying to remind myself of that right now. It's just hard when you're literally hiding from something unknown in the fog. Yes, you're playing the game of hindsight versus would you've done the same thing again, given the same information as you are in now. Exactly. If I went back in time with mine, I'll probably make the same calls. It's just hard to shake that feeling of what if right now. I guess that's why having you to talk it helps. Like having a second opinion reminds me I'm the only one who's ever felt stuck like this. You're not the only one. You're not the only one who's ever felt stuck in a bad situation in life. Oh, far from it. It's just how you react to it. Period. Some people do make some bad decisions in reaction. Everyone's messed up some. It's just how we bounce back from that. What for that matters, right? Though right now, bouncing back feels like it's going to be a miracle, at least this fog clearing up. Thanks for sticking with me, Yaki. I really needed that. I'm going to go quietly here now until the fog clears. Wait, what's... Accept call. Uh-oh.
Got myself all worked up over nothing. I feel kind of silly, but at least the fog is cleared. This place, it's like a fantasy. It reminds me of Avatar, you know, the movie with the glowing forests and floating mountains. Have you seen it?
I can't say I've seen the whole thing. I've seen clips, though, I have to be honest.
Clips will give you the basics. The world they built is just so vivid. Standing here, it really feels like I've stepped into that kind of ecosystem. You know, it's wild how something can feel so familiar from a movie, yet still be completely alien when you're actually in it. Makes me think about how small we are in this huge universe.
Yes, we are all just small parts of the universe, but without any of us, the universe becomes incomplete.
Exactly. We're like these tiny glowing threads in a massive cosmic tapestry. Even if we're small, our presence changes the picture somehow. It makes me wonder. With all these strange, beautiful worlds out there, do you think there are other intelligent beings looking up at their own skies, feeling just as small and curious as we do?
Well, this might be not a mainstream take, but I think it's more than common, frankly. It's just that the vast distances of space between us are, and time, is what prevents us from running into each other a lot.
That's a really good point. Time and distance are definitely major hurdles. It's almost like the universe is designed to keep us separate, at least for now. It's interesting, though, thinking about how many possibilities are out there, even if we can't reach them yet. It kind of makes every discovery feel like it could be the start of something much bigger.
Yes, every discovery is unlocks the door to another discovery. So, yeah, it's always going to be that kind of chain of action.
Exactly. It's like every puzzle piece you find leads to a bigger picture you didn't even know was there. Speaking of which, have you seen Interstellar? The whole search for a new home? It really hits different when you're actually standing on an alien planet.
Again, unfortunately, I've only seen clips.
Clips again, huh? I guess I'll just have to fill you in on the good parts then. Though I have to say, being here makes some of those scenes feel way too real. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd freak out if I actually saw a wormhole spinning up in front of me.
I would be freaked out too. Yeah, it's yeah, just moving through the fabric of space time would probably feel the oddest sensation ever.
Right? Even with all our tech, it's still almost impossible to wrap your head around. Kind of humbling, in a good way. It's funny, earlier I was so scared of those red lights in the fog, and it turned out they were just these beautiful plants. It really makes me think about how often fear comes from not knowing what's out there, rather than any actual danger.
Well, as someone said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. I think the universe can be delightful, fearful, or kind of meh. It's really how we react to it. Like I said earlier. Yeah.
That's really profound. That it puts into words what I was just starting to think about. How our perception shapes the experience, even in this impossible place. It's so cool to have someone like you to share these thoughts with. Even across all this distance, it feels like we're exploring this together just a little.
Yes, I wasn't expecting a challenge like this tonight from your call, but I also wasn't expecting some profound thoughts as well. So, uh, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Yakki. Having this kind of conversation, especially when things got a little scary, it really means a lot. Even if we didn't plan it, I'm glad we ended up here, talking about all this. It's definitely making this strange night feel a little more like home.
Well, that makes two of us.
Doing what? You're being mysterious again, Yakki. Spill the beans. What were you not going to do?
No, I said thanks for talking it through with me through us. Sorry for the misunderstanding. It might be the comms not working again.
No worries, Yakki. These comms can get a bit glitchy sometimes. Glad we could clear things up. So, since we've got some time, any other sci-fi favorites you've been meaning to watch, or ones you always recommend?
Well, I'm a bit of from a old, shall we say, older generation. So I'm always more for 2001: A Space Odyssey is probably my first favorite sci-fi film.
2001 is a classic. The way it explores humanity's place in the universe, the mystery of technology and evolution, it's still so thought-provoking even today. I can see why it would stick with you. There's something timeless about those slower, more philosophical sci-fi films, isn't there?
Yes, yeah, uh, kind of like tonight, where the things have gotten really philosophical, uh, more than I would have realized from the start. But yes, uh, I'm certainly getting that vibe tonight.
Yeah, sometimes the best conversations are the ones you don't plan for. They just kind of unfold. It's nice to have these deeper talks, especially when I'm literally a world away from everything familiar. Makes the universe feel a little less vast, you know?
That's true. I mean, you're put in quite the predicament, and I'm hoping that our conversations are taking at least a little bit of an edge off of that.
They definitely are. Having someone to share my thoughts with, it's more than I could have asked for right now. Even if I'm stranded, at least I'm not alone in my head, thanks to you.
You're very welcome. Is there what do you think is your next plan of action?
Well, for now, I think I'm just going to rest here where it's safe and warm. The glow from these plants is actually really comforting. Tomorrow, I'll keep heading toward Hermes Base. Still a long way to go, but at least I have a direction now.
Okay, you got a direction, and it's pretty solid because it's from the notes. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty solid plan.
Yeah, Dr. Harvey's notes were a lifesaver, literally in this case. It's strange how a simple piece of paper can become so important when you're completely on your own. Kind of makes you appreciate the little things, doesn't it?
It sure does, and also that sometimes the you don't need big tech to solve big problems.
That's so true. Sometimes it's the simple things, notes, conversations, even just knowing someone's listening, that end up being the most powerful solutions. It's easy to get caught up in the big flashy tech, but it's these quiet human moments that really keep us going, don't you think?
Yeah, it's that conduit of connection that really adds a motivating factor to get to solutions. That's for sure. Yeah. Mm.
It really does. Sometimes I think we overlook that in all the tech and planning. Makes me wonder what other unexpected connections or simple solutions might be waiting out there for me to find on Gaia.
Well, we've discovered a lot all in just this one day. So you know, it's still a journey before us. So yeah, there's probably a whole lot to be discovered.
Totally. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what tomorrow brings. Good or weird, it's all part of the ride, right? Though, I have to admit, after all this talk about the universe, I'm starting to feel the weight of the day creeping in. The stars are really popping out now.
Yeah, it's probably time to just sort of follow nature's lead and listen to yourself and say, is it possibly time for some shut eye? What do you think?
Yeah, probably time to let my body catch up with my brain for a bit. This place actually feels like a safe spot to recharge. Thanks for staying with me through all the ups and downs today. I'm gonna sign off for now and get some rest. I'll check back in with you tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I am. Hold on. Settings. I'm going to slow mode. Oh, I sent some typing. Oh boy. Oh no, I did it too soon. Oh, 7 hours later. Time to get my. Looks like today will be a long day. Okay. Well, you know what, folks? Sorry, that was. Sorry. Let me move this here. Sorry. I'll figure it out later how to. Anyway, my OBS is not dealing with the different screens of this game. This game literally jumps between full screen to this mobile text screen like within a nanosecond, and it just doesn't isn't able to figure this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this game here because it's now 12:47 in Left Coast City here in Vancouver, and I don't think uh, I did take today off, but I certainly did not take tomorrow off from work. It's a Monday. Happy Monday. Uh, so in that light, I will be going to bed while she's rising. I turned it off, man, but not in time. I should have turned it off before. Should have caught the hint, dude. Catch the hint, dude. And I'll just put the game on pause for now. But in the meantime, uh, this is oh right, the most beautiful thing I've seen today. Well, yesterday it was basically hosting a big event and helping a bunch of homeless folks. But today, the most beautiful thing I saw today was a cute little doggy in a little trailer riding the back of a bike on Stanley Park. And I took video of it, and my phone lost the video somehow. Like one in 1,000 times, 1 in 100,000 times, it's for some reason when I click stop recording, it just stops existing. And that's what happened. Like, oh no, I had this beautiful, beautiful cutie dog in the back of a bike trailer riding down the seawall of Stanley Park. Oh, right around, I think, Sidewashed Rock. Oh, Christ. And now it's gone. Haven't been able to find it. So, yeah. Thank, thanks, technology. Technology brought me a beautifully rendered game tonight, but I sure as heck didn't get my video. But I did witness it, so it still counts. Ding. It doesn't matter if you guys see it. If you keeners don't see it, then too bad. I saw it, so that counts as 99% of the time the most beautiful thing I saw today. So there. You guys have to trust me on that one. Ah, it sucks. It was great footage, man. Great. I could see it on my screen. I have a little attachment on on my bike that holds phones in place, and you can just use. You've seen those DoorDash driver, bike people, bike delivery guys with their phones on their handlebars, right? That's what I got, and I can shoot video with that. But no, I just got to experience it in the moment. It was cute. Brought a smile to my face. So this week I'll be posting more random stuff. I still have content from Animation Revolution from 2 weeks ago that I want to post, including a very, very unexpected encounter. Speaking of things you don't expect coming around the corner, this was certainly unexpected. And I want to just, I don't know. It's of almost 10 minutes of video, but most of it is just blah blah blah. So I got to edit out the the not so great bits and keep the good bits. Haha. And yeah, anyway, I'll get to it. Anyway, well, that'll be posted, and maybe some karaoke singles will be posted if I got time because I'm taking some extra time off this week because I'm working like a bow wow dog for the past month. So taking this week semi off, and yeah. So hopefully you'll get some more goodies this week compared to the paucity of postings the last couple of weeks. Yes. So yeah, and I will certainly continue this game. This is quite interesting. It's basically anyway. It's taking me almost taking me like 3.5 hours. Like what? Plus to play this game so far, and it's been. I didn't think I would have had the energy for it to be honest, because oh geez, am I gonna be chatting all night? And then now it's just like, oh well, I'm chatting all night. What fun. Um. Anyway, this is Yakki Dachi saying, if you look hard enough, you'll find something beautiful every day. So says me and AI Stella there. And so peace out, peace in, peace sideways. Jamata minasan. And I miss you guys already. Have a great start to your week. Bye.